But it should be nighttime, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Awesome. Yeah,
Well,
I went ahead and switched the map because we finished at night. So just to kind of do a since last time we've been playing backstories for the past couple of weeks. Thank you all so much. It's so to do a recap of everything we've done. We started in the city on Greenest. We fought off all these attackers and the town of Greenest. We ultimately we didn't drive them off. They kind of just left after they beat us. And then we chased them down. We defeated a couple of stragglers. We defeated an ambush thing, and then we mounted ourselves. We followed everybody through a portal, and we had a little bit of a fun time in their camp where we got to meet a couple of quirky characters and got to meet a couple of different things. And um, because I decided to not give everybody the perfect time, we ended up not playing through a what was the word I was looking for? We ended up not playing through what a complete like infighting between the people in the camp would have been because I wasn't fair. But even though we didn't get to play through that, we did get to the point where we met Leosin and we got to free a lot of the captives. And now they are going back to they're going to try and escape while we try to go back like go to the cave that we know is up ahead because Leosin told us about. And I think that's it, right?
yeah. And I think we were thinking about investigating some kind of cave.
Yes. Yes, the cave that Leosin told us about. And
And we gotta meet
uh
him in El Terrell and meet Onthor there.
correct. Yes. Awesome. So with that being said, um yeah, so all the plans have gone into fruition. Everybody is talked it out. We know what our objective is. And right before, as Leosin and the captives are moving uh here on the bed on the very bottom corner of the map, you can see the direction, like the cardinal directions. So as the captives and Leosin start moving west, which is towards the exit of the camp, and they're trying to hide and everything, um, Chrome kind of walks up to everybody and just says, uh, "I think I'm gonna help them out. I think they may need a little bit extra support. I know that y'all may I know that y'all could use my muscle, but I think I would feel a lot better if I at least walk them to a point where I know I can make my way back here, but they're safe."
Oh yeah, do you, bro?
Grabby, you sound a lot different. Are you sure you're okay?
Oh well, I had a rough couple of weeks.
He's been huffing
I got
helium.
sick. Yeah, I got a rough couple of weeks. While y'all were doing your backstory montage, my voice was changing.
I'll just look at Bumpy and give him an eye like, orcs, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that out loud, but we would just exchange a glance. Yeah, but that sounds good.
Good comedy.
Go
Okay.
help them out, Crom. Yay, racism.
Um. Yeah. Wait. What?
When I was like, yeah,
Are you saying
orcs.
yay racism because you said orcs, right? Is that what
Yeah.
happened? Okay. Okay. I just heard yay racism and I was like, I have no frame of reference where this came from. Um. All right.
Bumpy started
And
No, you.
I'm sure.
No, the Dark Elf started it.
it.
Yeah. At least he half of him started it. I know.
Oh damn, I can't say. I mean, I was there. Yeah. I'm not Acer, but the player was there.
Good lord.
It was the Drow,
Okay.
bastards. All right, sorry. We'll go ahead.
No. We're good. Okay. So with the map, we know that we need to go east, so up onto the map, and we need to make it past the Big Ten. Like a couple, like last time we talked about, right? We talked about it having like the regular populace, then the section with like the purple people, the people who are wearing a little bit more purple. That's where um Acer met the guy with the clipboard that he creeped out by walking behind him and making it weird. Uh, and then behind that group, there was like another bigger tent in which we saw a couple of people go into that tent last time we actually played the story. The people who walked up there was a black half dragon, the blue half dragon who defeated us in Greenest, and a lady who was wearing full on purple, the one that did the X mark on Leosin. So those were the three people that kind of went into that general direction. They lost them out of sight as we were trying to figure out how to talk to Leosin. Uh, so what would you all like to do?
Okay, so we just got those captives out. We didn't
Yes,
do the create a diversion thing because I had talked about setting the camp on fire.
we absolutely talked about that.
Yep.
We did
Yep.
not do it
We
though.
didn't do that. All right, so should we try to like clandestine go into that cave, like just follow the rock wall around?
We
Or
can. I guess my my trauma's speaking a little bit because the
okay.
last time that we fought that blue dragon guy, he kind of mopped the floor with you,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
and that wasn't that long ago. And there's two of them plus another person in there who's all purple and looks could be very deadly.
Yeah.
But also above the table, everything you know that everything that the game has told us is basically this is where you need to go to
Yeah.
further.
So like, do you think we should just like try to play nonchalant since we're wearing those cloaks that look like theirs and pretend like we're one of them and just saunter up over there? Or do you want to try to like sneaky sneak?
Um, I think we start off with the sneaky. You've always rolled really good, even with the disadvantage.
Yeah, I do have that +3 to those rolls. So, even with disadvantage, I have a chance.
I think that, and at this point, pardon me, Gray will also say, um, I think that the best option we have is at least try to sneak as close to that cave as we can, and see what the foot traffic looks like, and whether we can either go in there tonight, like go in there, and if we can sneak in, or wait it out and then go in the next morning.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
So, who here doesn't have dark vision?
Gray raises his hand.
Okay, so um, if you were to use a light source in there, what would you be using? Do you have like a lantern you could like hood or something, or you just do
He
like open
has
torches?
he does have open torches.
Okay.
Like he does have torches. I'm looking at his inventory. Hold on one second. He has torches and he does have a lantern.
Oh, so he has a lantern, so he can like shutter that thing if someone's coming. So that's a good idea.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, well that's killer.
His well, his
Well, the
dad
lantern
always said
also
you better go prepared.
Yeah.
it sheds light in a pretty big area, right? And I do have the dancing lights.
Torches. So torches is 20 to 40. Uh, yeah, 20 to 40. I'm trying to figure out lanterns. Hold on. Doo-doo-doo.
There's that script. We could probably get it again. I don't know if it's
No, we
helpful.
don't need it. We don't need it. I figure out how to do it without the script.
I do
Yeah,
have the
the
dancing lights,
oh,
which is a 10-foot radius of dim light. It might be a little bit more clandestine.
So a hooded light lantern, which is what I have,
it's
uh,
30, right?
it it casts bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for another 30 feet. Once lit, it burns for 6 hours on a flask, which is a pint of oil. You can also lower the hood, reducing the light to dim light in a 5-foot radius.
Okay, yeah,
So
that's
it can be 30 and 30, or it can be just 5 foot around.
cool. So he can kind of dim that stuff if we're in here and we're, trying to be sneaky sneak.
Hmm. Well, and like we only really need that for this is like above table speaking, right? Like I would say that is really needed mainly for the cave. I'm not gonna make us need the lantern for just like stealthing at night. There's still like stars and the moon and everything. It's not overcasted.
Oh, okay. Cool,
So
cool,
there's
cool.
still like there's still natural light in this night. But once we go into the cave, if there is no natural light in the cave, that'll be a problem.
That's important information. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep. No, and I hadn't thought about saying, I didn't share that because I wasn't thinking about it.
Oh,
But
that's all
yeah,
right. But you
it's
saw where I was going. I appreciate that.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I, if you go out in the middle of the night, like with no light sources, like now, like it's nitty gritty, right? Like, and this is a camp, so it's not just full on dark. Like, it's not like you're in the middle of the forest and
Yeah,
somebody dropped you and there's nothing.
sure.
Like, there's some light sources around this camp, so we're good for here. We just need to see what happens next.
Cool. So, off we go, gentlemen. Is that okay?
Let's do it.
Absolutely,
All right, great.
sweet. So let's do a stealth rolls, please. We'll do a group stealth roll. Because that's what we've been doing lately. So,
You got it, homie.
and since in case we don't remember what the group stealth rolls are, is we roll together and we have to beat a DC overall together, right? Oh, and yeah, we start taking off, and as you start taking off and moving up, uh, it seems like you take it like Bumpy. You take a couple of steps, and you hear your armor make that noise like clink clink clink, and then like you yourself notice it, and you kind of like rearrange a couple of the little pieces of your armor because you're wearing scale mail, right?
Indeed, yes, sir.
Yeah, so you rearrange a little bit of the scales in your armor and every a couple of scales on your mail, and then you continue taking steps, and your armor is not making any noise anymore.
Okay, rock on.
Yeah, so we start going. The objective, I'll mark it here on the. I'll mark it here. So the objective is to get to here, and I just made a circle at the very top, and I'm changing the color to what's go? Go is red. No, that doesn't make sense. Green is go. Okay, so we're trying to get to there from where we are.
I think it's red in other parts of the world.
I was thinking more like Monopoly. That's why I said red, but green's fine. Okay, so y'all we start taking off, and we were so the way the map worked, right? So I guess let me draw a couple of things. So the general populous area. Sorry, sometimes being zoomed in is not the best. Okay, so the general populous area is this big square that I just drew. I'm gonna make it purple. So, or I guess not purple because purple makes more sense the other way. So orange is going to be like the general populous area. Then we have this section right here, which happens to be the more purple people area. And then the commanders, as far as we can tell, were in this back tent. So, what path would y'all like to take to move?
Well, this is kind of like in the middle of the night, right? So
Yeah, and yes.
they're probably not moving a whole bunch of equipment like they were in the day, and so that logistics guy probably won't be there.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Just in case, do these cloaks have hoods that I can conceivably conceal my face or the majority of it? Just in
Yeah.
case we run into that guy again.
Yeah, good idea. I'll do that too then. Yeah.
Well, like he's already
Okay.
seen me. He might not recognize, you since he's never seen you. But I think, especially since I tried to befriend him, we'll say that he would recognize me.
Befriend him, meaning
I was sucking up to him, logistics.
kind of like making him feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah. That's what making new friends is.
You know what? In this situation, it was. In this situation, it was.
Like when we became friends,
Um,
and I just told you, "Hey, you're sitting next to me," and that's it, and you're like, "All right, that's kind of weird, but all right."
I mean, that wasn't as creepy as what you did to this poor little feller. With this guy, you kind of like looked over your shoulder and you were like, "Hey, can I help you?" Like,
Ooh, are those numbers? I'm a
um,
big nerd. I love numbers.
that's exactly how that played out.
Which is really funny because that's actually how me and Matthias became friends.
Oh, dang, that's hilarious.
Okay, so are we? Am I assuming that we're gonna make it? Oops, we're gonna try and go through the the purple. Like, I guess my question is, are we wanting to go across the purple and then up, or do we want to try and go behind the purple and pink?
So I've got a route, and tell me what y'all think it is. I'm trying to
Okay.
travel by the stupidest people possible. So what if we go slightly south into that orange area by the general pop
Okay.
and like around that
Mhm.
purple rectangle to where we're not really entering their
Mm.
area and we're only hanging around the dullards, the ones that are easy to trick. I'm not trying to sneak past smart people.
Yeah, that that could work.
Cool. All right. So if we're all okay with that plan, yeah, we start walking and making our way. And as you're making your way here into the, and I know I'm moving as like as a we're not physically moving it like in a very obvious way, right? But like as we're making our way and we kind of get into the orange popular area, you notice you're nearby like where the dwarfs are, and uh the a little bit farther in. So I'll make a little I think I can do it this way. Yeah, like, so the dwarves are like near where we are, kind of, and then farther out, like you have like what you see a couple of elven helmets and people who are kind of like patrolling very lazily, but they're still there and awake just in case. Um, so that's kind of what you see, but nobody's stopping you, nobody's asking you questions, nobody's saying anything to y'all or
Okay.
to us.
Cool, man. All right, let's just keep on rolling, bro. On to the
Sweet,
cave.
awesome.
Yeah,
So
let's
we
do it.
make our way all the way through. If y'all need me to stop moving the characters, let me know.
Oh, you're doing great, man.
Only if
Cool.
you're about to kill us.
So we get all the way to about right here. Um, from here, is there? This is not me stopping saying that something's happening. Is there anything that y'all need to do at this point, or are we still good?
Not me, bro. I'm all the way to the cave.
Let's go.
Sweet. Uh, so once you get to about here and you're hiding, um, can y'all do a perception check for me?
Yeah, man. Let's
Because
see.
y'all start hearing voices coming from the big tent. Ooh,
I rolled a nat 20.
natural
That's
20.
pretty nice. A
Ooh.
natural 6. That's amazing.
Well, you got a nat 4.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, nat 4. My bad. My bad. Yeah.
let me do a perception with Gray just because he would also be listening to this. Not that it truly really matters. Perfect. All right. So,
Some investigator.
right? Gosh. Um, so we start getting closer to this, and as we start getting like nearby the big tent, and we're hiding behind boxes and little crates and everything, you start hearing some heated voices from the big tent, and Bumpy, you and Gray kind of like try to listen, and as you're trying to listen and straining to listen, like you're really trying to make sense of what is happening. But between both of y'all trying to listen, y'all are actually distracting each other, and you don't catch much of the conversation. Um, because y'all are both trying to keep each other like, hey, don't poke your head out too far just because you want to listen to this. And whereas Acer, you hear the conversations, and you hear the voice of uh would you recognize this one? So you feel like you hear like the voice of what you would assume would be two females. One of them has a little bit of a lisp to it, and it says, um, Let me make sure that I get these names correctly. Hold on. And you hear it say, Frula, Frula, you will stay here. I need to move on and go to bigger and better objectives. We have a couple of friends who are in need of a couple of checks. I'll take most of their army tomorrow, and then I will continue on. You are in charge. Please make sure that everything in the cave is taken care of. And make sure that we are not obstructed by any unforeseen people. We cannot have more people like Leosin and his ilk roaming around and trying to stop us. Understand? And you hear the next voice say, "Yes, ma'am. I will make sure. I'll make sure that everything gets taken care of. I'll take care of this. And you're. Please take as many troops as you need, and as long as we have enough here uh, for protecting." And then it kind of you hear that they like she says protecting, and then it kind of like you kind of can't hear the next couple of words. Yeah, as if like they lower their whispers a little, like even more. Um, and then you hear it again say, "But it will be done. Everything to bring back uh the everything to bring back the ruler dragons and their ascension." Uh, do y'all want to keep going or do y'all wait?
Um, really quick, that sounded suspiciously like my mother. Would I recognize that voice as maybe being hers or?
No,
Okay.
no. It you wouldn't have recognized it at this point now.
Okay. I will immediately relay that to everybody as best I can.
Oh,
Okay, well, I mean, does it look like people are fixing to come out of there and they're going to see us, or are they still tucked away in their little tent?
so they seem to be moving and like they're about to like step out, but y'all are well hidden. So I'm not like it's not like you're out in the open. We're behind chests and things. So it just depends of whether or not you want to move before or after, if that makes sense.
I mean, if they're fixing to come out, I mean, I'm not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, if I
Mm-hmm.
can tell someone's coming at me, I'm just gonna go still like a spider.
Okay,
Well,
awesome.
are these
Go
good places
ahead.
to like hide? Is there bushes and stuff around that we could remain out of sight if we needed to?
I don't know. Roll perception.
You've been percepted.
I probably don't perceive shit this time. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's
Oh,
okay.
yeah, about 10 feet ahead of you, there's a couple of heavily populated like bushes and trees and different things if you want to like get there kind of quickly and then have a better vantage point.
Yeah, I'll do that whole, like 2 fingers on the eyes and then weird hand motions.
Got you, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I'll follow your lead, homie.
So let's make our way that way.
Got you.
Okay.
Still Team 6.
See, Matthias, the hand motions on the video, they're gonna be so entertaining to watch.
Because I just did like a whole dance.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Oh, thanks. Okay. Um. doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah. So you wait there for about maybe like you can see with it from where you're sitting. You're very like you feel very confident that you're hidden and everything. You kind of drop low to the ground, so nobody. It's even you're even harder to see, and you can see from the shapes and the shadows of this in this tent that these two people are moving and they kind of move to one end of the tent and then they come back to the middle, they do something in the middle that you can't really make out, and then both of them walk out. So one of them is like a woman, and then the other one is a black half dragon.
So we saw a black half dragon walk into the cave and a woman walk into the cave. Are these the same ones or are they different ones? Or will we know?
They're the same. So last time when we saw them, we saw them move. So okay, so from where my cursor is here, where it says captives, like we saw them leave, but we didn't see him get into the cave. We just saw him kind of like move up.
Oh, okay.
And then we lost him out of sight because we were trying to get Leosin and all of them to get to GTFO.
Okay.
So
are there any
Go
other
ahead.
details that we notice about these two figures, like race, armament, type stuff like that?
Yeah. You see, let's see. Let me look at pictures so I can, or let me look at what the characters I'm thinking about are, and then I can tell you what you notice.
Sure, man.
So out of everybody that you've seen, these people are completely coated in purple. Different shades of purple, but it's purple altogether from like the bottom, like from their boots all the way up to like their shoulders. It's just purple with golden inlets, like with golden trims and different shades of gold.
Like
Which
LSU,
is kind of
purple and
what,
gold.
yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Go Tigers. Anyways, and what you see is the human lady. She has a big halberd across her back, and if you want to roll, are you doing like are you doing like a quick glance, or are you trying to perceive specifics about them?
Well, I mean, we're sitting there staring at them, right?
Mhm.
So just
So
whatever I would
roll,
see,
yeah.
like
So
if
you would see.
I'm sorry, you first, please.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Like
I'm trying not to
yeah,
talk over
no,
you.
no, I'm not trying to like peer into the secrets of their heart, bro. I just whatever we see, we see.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's what you see. The half dragon. She's a black half dragon with two like kind of like horns coming off the side of her head, kind of like they come out and then they come forward, kind of like black dragons would. Um, she has a staff and what looks to be a mean motherfucking look, like a mean looking motherfucking greatsword. Just
Gotcha,
it
man.
looks big. It looks scary. Um,
Really quick,
and
over the table, she's got an icon on her character. Does that indicate anything obvious about herself as like we would know, like a status effect that we would recognize, or no?
I am trying to figure out what that is. To be honest with you, I was trying to figure that out myself.
I think that means she has at least
Uh,
one felony charge.
She's got a star, a
I
wanted level.
The handcuffs?
I agree. I agree with
Either
that.
that or she's into some really weird stuff.
Oh, it's a whole person.
No, it's
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Well,
it's a
that
whole
could be some
person.
weird
So
stuff. Yeah. Glad
yeah,
it's gone.
she was holding a person, or a person was holding her.
Yeah.
Maybe they came out and they were just hugging each other. Like that's really how they walked out there. She was
They were
being
just walking out hand in hand.
held.
This is like one of those
Right.
weird like hippie cults where everybody like French kisses each other goodbye.
Yes, they destroy Greenest, but they're peace and like love and peace to everybody else.
Well, like the Vikings, right? They're all love and peace
Well,
with
yeah.
each other in their little huts, but they go out and kill everyone else.
Their idea of
That is
love and
true.
peace is, dragons ruling the world, and there's no one that's gonna fight because the dragons own them. It's
Yeah,
like
That is very true.
what was it, Hydra in the MCU?
Yeah.
Get rid of all the competition and all
Hail
the
dragons.
yeah.
Or
Hail
like
Tiamat.
China and the United States and Russia for the last, 70 or 80 years.
Well, yeah. Yay, imperialism.
Yay,
That's
imperialism!
true.
It pairs well with racism.
Hey Wes, how old would you say Acer is right now?
I think when we did the backstory, he was fairly young, so
Right.
this
Mhm.
would
I
probably
know
not
that.
be too far after that. I would say kind of 2 years, 3 years maybe. I don't remember how old he was in the backstory.
17.
Okay, then
Oh
we
wait,
would.
hold on. He was 14. He was 14 when he went on his journey.
Okay, so he's still so young. He's telling fart jokes.
Right. Like I'm trying to
Yeah,
figure
He's
that
still
that part
nervous
out
around
too.
girls. I
I
got you.
would say he's probably 18 or 19 because he's definitely not figured out everything about his life or whatever, and I feel like that's kind of why over the table that he would have accepted mysterious darkness help so quickly, so to speak.
Hmm.
But then also between that and like the whole village getting destroyed and like his whole life, like he wouldn't necessarily have the greatest of bases to fall back on as far as not being
Yeah.
seduced, so to speak, in such a way.
Yeah. No. And I was just asking for specific reasons. Uh, I just wanted to know. Like I know we talked about him being like 14 whenever he went on his adventure. But if he's 19, so it's been about 5 years since that happened.
Like he's definitely still a child, in a lot of aspects, but in many others, he's definitely grown up faster than he should have, as we all did.
Hmm. Cool. Uh, and then Bumpy, you spent a long, long time in Mithril Hall, right?
Oh yeah, let's see. Yeah, golly, I think when we did the backstory, he was like 30 or something or 40.
Yeah, I think he was 20, and then we said he escaped around 40, 45, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was there for like 30
And then,
years.
right,
Yeah.
and then you said that he was now about 150. Did I remember that
Well,
correctly?
okay, so captured at age 10. He was in there for 30 years. So when he escaped, he was
Gotcha.
40. And
Cool.
now he's 105. So he'd have
105.
spent about 65 years in Mithril Hall.
Awesome. Cool. Uh, sorry, I'm thinking. Hey Wes, do a perception check with disadvantage.
Right, there you go.
Okay. Uh, thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Sorry. That that all everything checks out the way I was thinking it would. Cool. Um. So you see these two people walk out. They kind of look at each other. They clasp hands. Uh. And you see the dragon being like, um. You hear the dragon, half dragon, I mean, say, "I'll be making my way north, and I'll see you at the little castle. We expect your reinforcements and extra gold when we see you there. Those frogs," and she says it a little despicable. Those frogs, they don't know what they have, but they're a good resource for us. Thank you, Furlum, and I will see you soon. And you see her turn around and go um, into the tent.
So that
Um,
she, is that the half dragon or the human?
yes, they have dragon.
Oh, so the half dragon's giving the orders here.
Yes.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Uh, and at that, when she turns around, you see the person that she called Frulam, like F. I'll just put it in the chat. I don't even know why I'm just. Oh, hey, you get to see her full name there. Because I had her clicked. Anyways, you see her kind of just make her way past the go up and past the little. What can? Oh, because did I block that whole thing? That's a possibility.
Yeah, it looks like it
Yeah.
based on the what we can see. There's like a little gap right here.
When you make walls, just remember players need to be able to go through it.
That's why we make doors.
No,
That's right.
that's why we make barbarians,
That's also true.
so that you can go through walls
That is so
regardless.
true. That is so very true.
Amen.
Um, and you see her disappear on the distance. What do y'all choose to do from that point on?
Oh, she went into the cave?
That is not the cave. So like that entrance right there is not the full-on cave. It's just a path that leads to the cave.
Okay, and that was Frulom that went down there, or the Hat Dragon? Sorry.
Frulam.
Okay, yeah. I guess we're going behind her, guys. What do y'all think about that? Is it too sketchy, or?
I think if we have an opportunity to ambush her, that might be a good idea. I don't know
Ooh.
though.
So, are we sneaky sneaks in there?
Yeah, I think we should.
Cool.
Gray, do you think this is a good
you
or a bad
follow-
idea?
Me?
Gray. Not the DM,
Oh.
Gray.
Not the DM, Gray. Think following her would be a good idea, but I don't think without us knowing how many numbers are at the cave or what's happening at the cave, I don't think attacking her would be a good idea. Because we don't want to get sandwiched between or like if there is no clear path to attack her, we don't know if she's expected at the cave at this point or not.
Yeah, we don't know if she got
I will
reinforcements in there or something, right?
Right, and Gray will say, "I will gladly follow your lead and attack if that's what we choose to do." Those are just my 2 pennies.
So then let's give it, a quick beat and then follow after she's passed and some small time has passed as well.
Okay. Does that sound good?
Yep.
For Bumpy?
Yep.
Cool. So you wait about maybe a minute or two, and you start making your way through. And you make it past these kind of like walls that they have created there. And as you see as you make it past, you see that there's a little bit of a hike of about maybe you could say 20 to 30 feet, and not it's not like you have to rock climb or anything, but you have a little bit of a hike. And what you can see is this. Let me activate this thing. So I know like this looks a lot flatter, but this is just the best picture I could get for the cave. I know this looks flatter, but like you have a little bit of a hike, and then at the end of your little hike, you have like a little bit of a flat, and then you see this massive rock, like a massive cave that just goes into nowhere. Now, as we move up, there may be more things that you can see. From down where you are, you can see that there's lights at the mouth of the cave, but you can't really see like where who has the lights or what's up there. This is not a I'm trying to figure out how to describe this in a way that makes sense. I know that the map where we were playing looked like it was a path that was very, very blocked off by, like, it was very skinny and you just had to like follow this little tiny path up. It's not as skinny as that. It's a little bit wider. So you can, if you need to get off the path and go around to get closer to the cave, you can absolutely do that.
So right now I've got a black screen.
Same.
Oh, shit. Matthias, you're too good. So what ends up happening is Matthias didn't put any lighting on these things because I didn't want to like screw myself over later.
Gotcha. I thought it was magical
And
darkness,
then-
man. I thought Acer was coming for me.
No. Can y'all see this now?
Negative.
Nope.
Negative? Okay. Well, I think I just need to put your characters in there, and then you'll be able to see it maybe. What about now?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty.
No? Is it colored, or is
It
it
is colored.
black and white?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is from Chipeku.
Mm-hmm. No, Morvold Press is the people who did this one.
Yeah, this one
Very
looks
nice,
really
though.
cool.
Yeah. But like I was saying, in particular, this one, it's not as for us, which is like the map they had, but it didn't play out the way that I was designing this. Anyhow, so as I was saying, like there's a path going up. The path is not super skinny. It's about 30 feet wide, and then it makes it a little bit wider near the mouth, like the mouth of the cave, and then you have the cave to go into. And at the cave, from where you are at the bottom, is you can see there's lights where you would assume is the mouth of the cave. But you can see like the top, like the cave from where you are. It's a huge opening.
Well, this image looks like there's not a whole lot of hiding spaces. Would there be more?
I know there are there are
Yeah.
rocks. There are different places where you can hide. Yeah,
I would say we scooch along the edge and try to remain out of
I like it.
natural sight or whatever. And
Absolutely. Let's go.
sweet. So you make your way. Are we sneaking?
Yo.
Cool. You make your way past. You get all the way like around the edges and along, and as you get closer and closer and closer, um, this is about probably like 1:30, 2 a.m. in the morning right now. And when you get close enough to the top that you can see the mouth of the cave, you see a couple of things. You see Furlam talking to a couple of individuals. You cannot make out the words from where you are, but she seems to be giving some directions. At the mouth of the cave, there seems to be a big deposit of like chests and uh, sacks and chests and crates and a whole bunch of different things. And you can see people who are going into the cave, like farther into the cave, as some other ones come out with like chests and crates and more and more and more, and they're depositing near the front of like of this cave, as if they're going to transport it later. Out of all these people, you don't see many people wearing just your regular black cloaks. Uh, but some people are wearing regular black cloaks with hints of purple and everything. Nobody is fully clad on purple. That seems to be more of a Frulam kind of thing. But you do see kobolds helping out as well.
All right. How many of these people in kobolds do we see, man?
You see, 1 second, I'll tell you. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. It's loading. I don't want to say like you see 50 of them, and then in reality it was just 12. So I'm waiting until this thing loads. Come on. Sweet.
saw your mouth moving, but it didn't pick up on the mic.
You see. No, I was counting. Sorry.
Yeah, I just realized. My bad.
You see 6 humans in different shifts. Like you see 3 and 3, kind of like 3 or 2, or you get to see different people. Also, like how long are you just staring and like just watching them rotate as they're moving?
I reckon it'll take me 20 seconds to figure out about how many people I see, right? Like, is there
Yeah.
100 or is there a dozen, bro?
No, about a dozen.
Okay.
They're a little bit different. Like you see a few kobolds that are going in and out. I think at most at one time you're seeing about 7 total, including Frulam. I think her name is Frulam, not Frulam. But anyways, you see at most at the very front, like you see about 7 or 8 at one time, and then they're keeping rotating. Like you see 7, then those 7 go away in different intervals, and new 7 come in. If that makes sense.
Yep. Got you, man. No problem.
And so they are bringing supplies to the front of the cave?
Correct.
Yeah, like they're gonna load it off somewhere else, I guess.
Okay, and then also it's like a group of 7 that bring supplies, and then they're going back, and a different group of 7-ish brings more supplies? Or is this like they're going in like ant formation where it's just a giant line?
It is like the groups move like it's not a conveyor, like it's not the ant system that you were saying, but it's also not like 7 come in, 7 go out. Like they just come in at different intervals. Like some people come in, they take a break, then they go, and then somebody else comes back.
Like 20 drunk rednecks unloading a U-Haul. Gotcha.
Right,
Gotcha.
right. Like where there isn't, like we're not really organized. We're just doing it because this is what we need to do, kind of
Yep.
situation.
Gotcha.
20 20 drunk rednecks unloading a U-Haul.
Yes, sir. I'm speaking
What's that?
personal experience
Well,
here.
man, like it just hit how great of a descriptor that was.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'm here for all to enjoy.
I'll turn to the group and I'll say, if we get in there and things don't look good, when in doubt, help out. You know.
Oh, for sure. And I mean,
Just-
I
just-
mean,
Go ahead.
there's no full frontal assault here. There's way too many of them, and there's one opening.
I was just thinking, like, if we get in there and we get captured, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Like, just pick up a box and start moving it. Like, we were told to speed things up. You know, I don't know.
I think that's probably the smartest thing to do. That's how they snuck into the castle in The Wizard of Oz.
If we're gonna take it inspiration from anything, it's gonna be the Wizard of Oz.
Absolutely, man.
'Cause
They
it's a
defeated the Wicked
classic.
Witch, and that's what we're after as well.
That's
Look, they had
yes.
color changing horses. They had dwarves and halflings. They had flying monkeys. They had witches.
They had asbestos snow.
Yep, they had a bard that was pretending like he was a wizard.
Very true.
And what, a tabaxi barbarian, and
Yeah, and a construct, an iron golem,
yeah.
right? Fair enough. And a straw golem, a scarecrow.
All right. I think that
Let's go.
no. I think that with the way. All right, hang on one second, guys. I need to make sure that I'm doing this correctly.
So I guess Wes, it
Uh,
looks like our two options are either to try to find a back way into this cave or to do like you said and pretend like we're one of them and just start helping out.
Well, like, we've got the robes, and they're using kobolds here, so this is not gonna be glamorous work. So you know, it makes sense that we're kind of dumb grunts that just get brought in, don't get told shit, and then we're expected to, you know, do whatever. But
Fair enough, man.
maybe I don't know. I guess we'll have to figure it out. Maybe we murder one group and we took over their shift so no one gets suspicious.
all right, hang on one second. All right. So give me 1 second, guys. This is kind of where we are. And from here, if you want to move closer, you can be closer, by the way. Not like, I think it's close. Like you still want to be within those rocks, but if you want to be a little bit closer, like about right here, I'm marking like the front of there. You could probably get to about right there without being noticed that quickly, but you are not 100% sure.
And the cave entrance is on the right.
Yes. So Frulum is. Is it better to call her Frulum or Frulam?
Oh, I don't
What's
care.
better for you?
Whatever rolls off the tongue better, buddy.
Cool. As long as we know that it's the same
I was
person.
kind of hoping you would roll the R and just make it mysterious in Spanish for me.
Frulam.
There you are. See, that sounds awesome.
Okay. So you see her talking with somebody, and you see more people doing, like, these people are moving and they're depositing boxes. And please hold.
Really quick, is Frulam the one that had the big evil giant looking two-handed sword, or was that the Dragonborn?
That was the Dragonborn.
Okay.
Frulum has a halberd across her back. even now.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, hold on. And let me organize these. Oh, come on. All right, guys. This is kind of what you see. So I have set the scene to what you're seeing, except for this guy right here. That guy's somebody different. And okay, if there's anything that I have not clearly explained, please ask all the questions now before um there's anything else that I missed out on.
So, these human dudes, they wearing armor, carrying weapons?
They are wearing cloaks. All of them are wearing some sort of uh, purple on them, and they all have either a sword or a mace or axes on their
Like
belts.
some shitty
But
little leather armor or something?
uh, yeah, I would say that. Yeah,
Okay. Do I see any ranged weapons on these guys, just at a cursory glance?
no,
Okay, cool. So they kind of resemble the same fuckers we've been fighting.
yes, with the difference that they do have a little bit of purple.
Okay, understood, brother.
I'm gonna get some water.
Gotcha.
I can li-
Gotcha.
I'm getting water. I can listen. I don't know if I can talk, but
So part of me wants to come in here and just kill every single NPC in this area, but the smarter part of my brain says, hey, that's probably not going to work.
This is where I would love for a wizard to drop fireball.
That's what I was just thinking.
That's, I would love to have that. So,
Do we know any wizards? Can we call some?
I don't know. Maybe even just like a mercenary NPC mage. Just you only need one spell, just fireball. It's the only one you need.
You're just our little firebot bitch.
For sure. There you go. Or cast like level 8 sleep,
Right. I could cast,
true.
a darkness on like a rock or something and throw it there, but that's,
Yeah. I guess
turning
that's only. Oh, come again.
turning off the lights is not nearly as effective as burning everybody to death, so
Yeah. Well, and 3 of us attacking this big old group, we're gonna get flanked so damn hard. We're gonna get murdered.
unless we go back to back.
Yeah. Like travel like in a shield wall.
Yeah, we could do like a little right triangle formation.
I like it, man.
I mean,
Yeah, so I don't know. I think maybe your idea of just, if you get caught, help out, that might be a smarter decision. I'm not sure if we.
the other option. Well, anyways,
Or
just because. Listen, I'm gonna tell you all this just because I love like I'm here for y'all. I'm not here for the bad guys. I'm here for y'all. Um, we d- if you want to go with the darkness approach, because I know Wesley brought it up, is there is the option where you throw darkness and then try to hide in the cave somewhere, right? Like you kind of run into the cave and then try to hide. That has its own set of um, troubles.
well, because you might
Um,
be able to see in it, but I don't think, me and Gray can. So we would just have to kind of
True.
bumble and stumble.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
you'd have to hold hands.
my issue with that is if we throw a darkness or anything that lets them know that we're here, they're just going to come looking for us, and that's just going to make hiding
I
more
mean,
difficult.
I agree.
I mean, video games have taught me that eventually they give up.
Yeah,
That's
because
true.
they're running on an algorithm, man. So these guys right here
Right.
are on the Matthias algorithm, which is very crafty. So
Matthias,
um,
I'm getting
Yeah.
flashbacks of Splinter Cell where you're supposed to be sneaky and we just went in with Krampus out.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
Is that? Are you
Uh,
saying we should do that here? Like, no, I'm kidding.
no, uh, no, that was still a video game, no matter what.
All right, so look at, I mean, we look like we've got one of two or three options. Option one is frontal assault. Option two is pretend like we're one of them, and option three is try to sneak around the back of the cave to see if there's a second entrance.
And there's, uh, we do know, and I'm just like it's been 2 weeks since we played, so I will. This is a reminder too because of that. But we do also know that they are moving out in the morning, like they're leaving. Um, so that potentially could be
Yeah, so
another
should we just
option.
kind of,
If we want to wait, we can see what happens.
yeah, maybe that's a smarter choice. I feel like we're gonna get murdered if we try to. If we fought all these guys and that, you know, Frulin wasn't there, fine. But I think she's gonna be a tough fucker.
Yeah, that's the only reason I wouldn't say go in is because I don't know what those
Yeah.
two people down there are capable of.
So are we like sitting tight and spying? What you think?
Yeah, I think if that's a feasible option, then let's do that, and then we'll see how things go.
Cool. And maybe if we get caught, then we can darken the spell and run the other way.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
Okay.
Okay.
We don't know what we're looking for exactly here, right? We just know from Leosin that they are hoarding their treasure here, and we know that full Furlum came in, and the blue half dragon that we fought before came in.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any idea of
Yeah,
like if we're looking for something specifically, like another portal they're setting up, or a special
no,
item?
Leosin didn't know much about it. What he gave y'all is that there was some information, like there were some. He really just wanted to go into this cave and see, get information about how much of a hoard they had, and then anything else that could be there. Any paper trails, records, receipts, notes, letters, anything like that that could potentially help. That was everything he gave, or he kind of hinted at. Does that
From
answer your question?
Yeah, from here, would we see anything that pertains to any of those things? Anything like a back office or something? Anything similar to
No,
that
not
we
from
could see
here.
from here?
No, not from here. You do like, but you can if you want to take tally of like the boxes, you can.
Yeah, why not? Is there anything remarkable about these boxes?
No, I'm not talking about like. Sorry. The boxes look like boxes, right? Like some of them look like treasure chests. Some of them look like bags that contain different uh, assortments of something that you can't see. It looks metally. Uh, and then some other ones just look like crate that have precious jewels, gold, and different things like that. But like you could, if you want to get an idea of the size of the hoard, you can also do that by just observing that here.
Yep,
Yeah.
sounds great.
Show me your
Cool.
hoard.
Okay. Do y'all need to take a short rest while we're doing this, or are we just watching?
I wouldn't say no to a short rest. I think it'll be my second of the day.
Yeah, if we can
That's okay.
observe and take a short rest and still stay stealthy, I'm happy to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you're just sitting on the ground, kind of making notes, so I don't see why that's not a short rest.
Rock on, I'm okay with that.
Sweet.
Yep, let's do it.
Uh,
There's
I
not
need to
really
figure out.
any detriment. So I've got one of my hit dice left, and I'm missing 2 HP. There's not really any reason not to, since this is our second short rest of the day, right?
Gray was at 6 HP and he just used 2 hit die. So if you want to use your last one, you can. It's up to you.
Well, what I mean is, I don't think that there's any like mechanical reason not to, right? You only get 2 short rests a day, don't you? Or am I mistaken on that.
I take a lot of breaks a day, so I don't know why you would only take 2. But let me see if that's a thing.
Matthias, my entire day is a break.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm looking that up for you as well, just to see if I can find it. So short rest, at least 1 hour. You can spend one more hit die. Hmm.
I would say so. Say because we're staying up overnight, right? Like so this entire trip started like at 6 a.m. the day before, and we chased these people around, and then we fought, and then we fought some more, and then we had like a little break here and there, and then we interacted with all the people in the camp, and now it's late at night. I would say you could like you will be able to take another short rest just because we're going longer than your usual adventuring day.
It seems like just from reading the rulebook just now, you can take as many as you want. Just when you run out of hit dice, you run out of hit dice, and that's it.
Okay, I will not roll that hit dice then.
Sounds good.
So it says select hit dice to roll during a short rest, right? And it says 3
Hmm.
available, and I hit the little down arrow, and it just says 3 available.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
if you want to roll, you can click the roll next to it. Otherwise, it won't do it, as far as I'm
I'm
aware.
trying to just make sure I only roll one of them. Oh, okay, cool. There it is. Super.
I had the same exact issue.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to roll all of them right now.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm healed up. Got some of my stuff back. Coolio. Feature. So I got my second win back, my axe and charge back. That's good.
All right. So we're gonna do like a quick little montage of what you see during this hour, and then when I finish, like I'll let you know where we are after that hour, and then y'all can make decisions based off of that.
Okay.
Um. So during the hour, you continue to see these like chests being brought onto here over and over and over again. From what you have seen, from everything you've noticed, and like from the mental notes you've taken, um, just on the front area of this cave, which is where you can look at. Let me see how what you can look at. From what you can look at, there's about 17-ish treasure chests, about 32 of the duffel bag, like the little duffel bags, something like that. Uh, and then about uh, sorry, I said 17 treasure chests, 32 duffel bags, and you can see about 10 crates, but you know the crates go farther into the cave. Alongside that, you've also seen uh our little friend Kyanrath come out there and talk to Frulam for a little bit. He was there for about 32 minutes, like 30-ish minutes, and after they had a little conversation, he left into the cave. So you know he's in there somewhere. And um after the hour, like when the hour was kind of finishing, you saw uh and people are coming less and less farther out because they're like depositing everything farther into the cave, if that makes kind of sense. Like they've put things in near the cave and now they're just like depositing farther into the cave. Um in about 45-ish minutes after that, you notice a group of people and you notice a group. I'm using the same group, but you notice a group of people coming in through like the front with carts, horses, mules, and these people, they're now starting to pull all these chests into the carts to take downstairs, or sorry, down the path, um, onto the camp. It is at this point that you notice a second person um, show up from inside the cave, and then Frulam finally goes inside.
The second person, can you describe what they look like?
Yeah. So both of them look. You remember in Greenest we fought a couple of people and you stole their pauldrons and stuff. Um, like I said pauldrons, but like you stole their shoulder pads, but they were kind of like pointy and like dragon like.
Yeah.
Those are what these two people look like.
I have a description for those. 1 second. Dragon wing style cloak with pauldrons.
Yep. And both of those guys are overseeing the they're overseeing like this transport of treasure. And from inside the cave at this moment, you see a person like we're about 50-ish minutes into our break. You see a person walk out of there with a clipboard and a little bit of purple, and you recognize him as the guy that you freaked out earlier. And he's kind of talking to the two guys with a clipboard, and he's pointing at the boxes and everything.
Okay.
And at this point, like the break, like the hour completes. We could wait a little bit. Like this is up to y'all. But your short rest is completed.
Yeah, we can't, man, we can't rush these guys. We're gonna get murdered.
I'm not suggesting that we go
No.
in.
Cool. So,
And-
Matt, I guess we're just gonna sit our asses still, buddy.
Cool. I'm gonna rearrange a little bit of what happens. Let me double check, make sure that. All right. So yeah, so it takes about another hour. So you wait another hour. If you want to make it a short rest or whatever, you can, but you wait another hour, and within that hour, this group that came from the bottom, I mean, they're rested, they're well, and everything, and they just load everything up. Now you get a really good idea of how much gold and gems and everything is in here. And in case somebody's taking notes of that, there were the 17 treasure chests, the 32 bags of like with like little bags, and there is 58 crates of different sizes that contain gold. Like you see precious gems, you see ingots of gold and platinum and silver and different things, and then they are just loading and loading. And as they rotate these carts, so about 40 like 30 minutes into loading the carts, they top them all out, and that group goes out. And as they're going, like the carts are being taken away, another set of carts comes in, they load those up in the next 30 minutes, and then they take them all away. um, and then they leave, at which point you see, I'm just going to delete them because we don't need them anymore. At which point the guy with the
Clipboard?
uh clipboard, yeah, thank you so much, the guy with the clipboard leaves, and with the second set of carts, and these two guys at the front kind of go you start seeing them moving inside, but there is not that much movement. So this is where we can pick up if you want. It is at this point like that you're gonna see them starting to move.
Do you think we should attack them now and go from there, or should we continue observing?
And by
Bumpy.
now it is about I would say it's about 4 a.m. Hold on, it was 2 a.m., 2 hours, 4 a.m. Yeah, it's about 4:30-ish a.m.
All right, yeah, maybe we can try to do the sneaky sneaks and kill them before they can holler out.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, killer, I love it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and roll sneaky sneaks, please. Ha, suckers. Gray is not that bad.
Sorry, y'all, just having some technical difficulties. I'll be right with you.
Yeah. So I need post-its. Well, post-its are my best friend sometimes. Okay, Um. See anything? Okay, I'm good. Let me double check something.
It's an average of 15.3, repeating, of course.
Thanks. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna move us to as far as you could move with the sneaky sneaks, with cover and everything, and then we're gonna start moving a little bit on like on the map grid, and I'm gonna stop moving y'all. Just because this is gonna be like a little bit of a what they call a dungeon crawl. So there's gonna be a lot of like little things. So here we go. I am ready. What do y'all want to do?
Should we all aim for the same guy?
I like it.
Take our turns in like a rapid fire succession, and that way if the first guy dies, for example, by the time the third guy is going, he can just easily make his target a different target.
Yeah, I like it. And my range on this crossbow is long enough. I can reach this other dude that's far off.
Yeah, my range is good as well.
Yeah, he's only 50
I can
feet from
hit.
us.
Yeah,
Man.
I can hit the close guy very well
Okay, cool.
from here. Are we so? I can hit the far away guy with disadvantage. Um,
No, man,
Okay.
just go after that. Go after that closer dude. There ain't no sense in rolling disadvantage.
Yeah, I think so. I've got a pretty long range. I'll go for the bottom guy if the first one drops, and especially if you can get, like an attack from stealth or something. I don't know what they would call that, like a really sneaky attack or something on that first guy. You might do a lot of damage to him.
Well, here's what I can do if y'all want to. Y'all tell me about this. You get that sneak attack damage if I'm within 5.
You kind of
Wait,
cut out there.
just for me.
Okay.
Okay.
So you get sneak attack damage if I'm within 5 feet of them, right?
Yes, but I also know. Give me 1 second. Go ahead. Finish your sentence, and then I'll tell you what I was thinking.
I can bum rush this dude. You know what I mean? And then be within 5 feet of him, swing at him, and then you fire at him.
Bum
I can make
B rush.
I can also use steady aim. It's an ability for me, and it's as a bonus action. I give myself advantage on your next attack roll on the current turn. But it's only if I haven't moved during this turn, which I won't. Right? We're hiding. We're moving, so I
Great.
can give myself advantage on that guy.
That sounds amazing.
So that way you don't have to bum rush.
Great. I love it.
Well, my question
I think
is,
Gray.
can these guys seen us? Because you would get the advantage if you're attacking from an unseen, like if they can't see you when you're
They have
making
not.
the attack.
I also do think so. Gray is kind of like pointing at you two, and then pointing at the farther guy. I guess that's a communication, right? Because we can't like he's not gonna he can't we can't just whisper forever and not be seen, right? So he's gonna point at both of you and just point at the farthest guy,
Cool. I like it.
Yep.
and y'all can take it however you want. But let's go ahead and roll. So everybody rolls for advantage with your long distance weapons.
Nice. I got a crit.
Oh damn! That's
Whoa,
cool.
that was nice.
Yeah, roll for damage. Everybody hits. Nice.
Is there not a way
Try.
to?
I'm waiting.
Oh, sorry. I'm just dumb. Don't worry about me. Oh, nice. 15 on mine.
Jesus. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna roll Gray's attack, and then I'll describe what all happens. That was very, very disappointing. I'm so disappointed in you, Gray. Hold on 1 second. Features. Sneak attack. All right, guys. So here's what you see. Gray points at you two, and then points at the farther guy, and then he points at himself and points to the closest guy. And he pulls out his crossbow and starts aiming. And as he's aiming, Bumpy, you and Acer have no time for this aiming shit. Y'all know what y'all are doing. Y'all know what y'all are about. And Acer, you start pulling energy, like this purple energy, into your hands. And as you're doing that, Bumpy, you shoot. And it goes and it flies and it hits through on the shoulder of the guy, and it kind of like moves him over. And Acer, you shoot your purple energy, and it goes and it hits him straight in the face, and like his head is gone. Like it just blasts the head off his shoulders. And as the guy, like the first guy, kind of like turns around and he's like, "What the?" And he gets shot like on the back of the on his back, and you can tell the bolt has gotten really deep into like what could be a liver or a lung, and he's wheezing, but he's still up. And we're gonna go into combat really quickly.
Oh, he's still up? I'm gonna action surge in.
Go for it.
Great. So let's see here. Yeah, I need to try to make sure this fucker dies.
Yeah, he looks very hurt, but he's still up.
Okay.
Is there combat music?
That's the wrong damn attack. My bad. So I'm gonna get rid of that battle axe one. My bad.
Oh gosh, it is very loud.
Oh, natty 1. Okay.
Oh man.
So I rolled a natural light.
Yeah. So you go ahead and you watch him. Did you roll with advantage though, because he hadn't seen us before then? So this is still within that.
No, I did not. So I will roll that again.
Cool. Roll with advantage. So roll one more d20.
A 2. And I'll tell you what. Here's the deal. I have an inspiration point. Can I use it?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay, that just re-rolls one of them, though. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go ahead and re-roll. Like, just re-roll your entire thing with advantage.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that makes it a lot more sense in my head.
Okay, cool. And then
17 hits.
What happened to your magic dice, man? The digits.
yeah, they're terrible. They're they've been pretty bad today. That's all right though. I guess it comes and goes.
All right, and so you see him starting, like you see that he got hit on the back of kind of like in his lung, and he kind of jerked up, but you see that he didn't fall down, and as he's not falling out, you kind of like will yourself to really reload your crossbow really quickly. Like you reloaded your you had prepped the bolt before shooting the first one because you knew that this might happen, so you reloaded super quick and shoot again, and managed to shoot him like in the throat, and like you see him gargle, and he's like, he's just like falls down, and he's just kind of like twitching and moving, but he's not dead yet, but he's on his way out the door. If y'all want to do anything else, if that makes sense.
Sure. Well, if he's on his way down, I'll go ahead and use my movement, man.
Go for it.
That'll be 10, 15, 20, 25. And that's the best I can do.
Sweet. So here's he's on the ground, shot twice. I'm only gonna do it like a combat round, just in the off chance that he gets to go first and just kind of curse you.
Cool.
But he's He's pretty much almost dead. So if y'all want to roll, shit. Okay.
Ah, there's
Alright,
my
get those
one.
ones out of the way. Get those ones out of the way, Wes. So Gray will run really quickly after you. Oh gosh, hold on, sorry, I had selected everybody. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 4, and he's gonna try to just stab this guy with his dagger and put him out of his misery. Dagger. RJ. He's on the ground, so and Bumpy's there. Yeah. Yeah, and Gray just puts him out of his misery. And he slits his throat, pulls out your bolt, and hands it back to you, Bumpy.
Okay, sweet. Appreciate that.
Does he pull the bolt out of the guy's throat?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like the bolt was sticking out of the throat, and it was one of those hits that hadn't killed him yet, but he was just pretty much he had 1 hit point. And so he just slits his throat and then pulled the bolt all the way through and handed it back to Bumpy.
Nice.
Got him.
All right. So here's where we are. All right, guys.
Let's do a quick search of them bodies for intelligence or coins.
Yeah, that works. Roll for investigation. Investigation.
Oh gosh, my dice are cursed this day.
It was bound to happen.
There's my second one in a row.
Did you get your inspiration today?
Is that only on attack rolls or is that on?
No, you get it.
Yeah, I'll take it, and that'll be my inspiration now.
Cool. So y'all search the bodies very quickly. You don't find anything of note, as in you don't find any notes or anything like that. But you do find a couple of rings that have some dragon-looking. I really want to use the word paraphernalia, but that's not the word I'm looking for. But they have some dragon-esque type theme to these rings, and one of them has a pendant with what looks like 2 dragon eyes. For 2 dragon eyes on the pendant of a dragon, but that's what you see. They also have the same cloak that kind of looks like wings and the pauldrons that stick out, as you saw the one in the village of Greenest.
So 2 rings with dragon eyes on them, you said, boss?
Yep.
Awesome.
2 of those rings. One of them is made out of silver, and the other one's made out of platinum.
Would we?
And out of both of, go ahead.
Do they seem magical in any way, or wouldn't know that?
Roll for Arcana.
This will just be a
Don't
passing
roll a
roll.
1.
Okay, now just roll a 1. It's no big deal. I'm not even gonna justify
God.
that with my inspiration.
I feel like I haven't rolled above 6 all day long. That's wild. Okay.
Hey,
Oh,
Anthony,
this is fun.
I've literally just rolled 3 1s in a row. So
You have. I feel like someone broke into the algorithm here and cursed us.
it's almost like
I haven't done anything.
I think it's the
I haven't done
Iranians
anything.
that hacked into Trump's emails. I think they're after us now.
they stole all of our social security card numbers. and
No, they stole my Blockbuster account number.
they made.
Funny.
I can't. Yeah, I can't wait for somebody to say I'm not voting for Biden. He made all my rolls shit on my D&D game.
No, we're still blaming it on
Hey.
Obama, aren't we?
Thanks, Obama.
Hey, listen. I know that this is it's silly, but I saw somebody post a video on Facebook talking about how it is Biden's fault that the Louisiana boardwalk in Shreveport and Bossier is dead.
Oh my God, I sure did see that. I saw it, man.
Okay, you saw it too.
Yeah, that thing's been dying for a long time.
I'm so glad that I'm not
Man.
on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Man, I saw that, and especially with all the people being like, "Yes, it's so sad." I'm like, "Y'all are
Mhm.
dumbasses."
Like no matter which side of the aisle you're on, or if you're not on, when I hear someone say something dumb, I just block them. I probably have like
Yeah.
400 friends, and I probably blocked like 8,000 people. So
Yeah.
it's so easy to block. It's like it's become a
It's
hobby
just
for me, you know.
You just log on.
cool with
Who
it
can I
all
block
day.
today?
Well, sometimes I'll go in the comment section of like the Shreveport Times and just find people to block that say stupid things. Fun.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so fun. I'm trying to rack up the highest level of blocks ever on Facebook.
I absolutely love
Yep.
every second
I
of
want that merit badge, bro.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Facebook gives achievements for blocking people.
I hope so.
I mean, I believe
You've
it.
become a top blocker.
Only 1% of users have this achievement.
Yep.
That's
You are a
funny.
professional hater.
I don't know if that makes you a hater. I think you're great.
I appreciate that, big dog.
Um, all right, guys. So you've taken down these three guys. You're at the opening of this cave. Gray is gonna go ahead and turn on um his lantern at this point, and I'm just gonna leave it on basically.
Is there a place where
So
we can
it is
like
a
drag these bodies kind of close by to where
you absolutely
yeah, I'm
can.
just gonna kind of, hide them quickly, I'm not like dig a hole or anything, but just toss some stuff on them.
Are these barrels that are on the map actually there? Because if like there's barrels and stuff stacked, we could hide them behind barrels pretty easily.
No, no, the barrels are not really there. I just
Okay.
that's just part of the map.
Gotcha.
But like they would have been gone by like there were barrels and stuff, but like they're
Yeah.
just gone by now. But you can hide the bodies either outside, by kind of where you took your break and watch people, or you can put them like somewhere else.
Yeah, just a
But
quick
I'm
hide
not
so they're not just laying out in the middle of nowhere because I'm afraid of people
cool.
like if a new group of people come up and they see two dead guards or
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna take the bodies away that way
cool.
because this makes a ton more sense than like making y'all waste time on how you hide them.
Love it.
Bodies are hidden. Y'all are good.
Love it.
Should we have to clean up the
So
blood too, or is that fine?
No, I just kick some dirt over it or something. You know.
yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
We need a
That-
mod for that now,
Cool.
Matthias.
That's what the gym teachers told us in the 80s when you had a bloody knee. It's like throw some dirt on it, rub it in.
That's right. Did that help, Wes? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know what you did,
That
but I
just
was.
took out the blood.
It's still there on mine, so I guess it's a per user thing. But I was just thinking it'd be funny to have a module for the blood and then a module for cleaning up the blood.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's great, dude.
Yeah.
No, I'm just being dumb.
There's
We can
one.
go.
Cool. Off we go into the wild blue yonder.
It's kind of cool. Okay. All right. So as you move in, you notice that this cave. So now you have a 60-foot radius of light because that's what Gray has with the lantern. If y'all like at full range is 30 and 60. Do y'all need me to move the hood like at a different length? Is there a preferred length of light that you all would want?
No, no, I mean I have dark vision, so it doesn't matter to me. I just need Gray to be able to see where he's going.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the light be 10 feet.
Okay, great. As long as he knows where he's going, we can see 60 feet in pitch black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that it just makes more sense to do a dim 10 and bright 5 to me, just because that way we're not alerting everybody of a light source coming in that quickly.
Look,
So,
yeah, I'm just gonna trust his intuition
all right.
because if he messes up, I'm gonna
Um,
blame it on the DM. That's easy.
right. Always the DM's fault. All right, guys. So if y'all move up until kind of where Gray is at this moment, you get to this place and you can see a couple of things. You can see the entrance to where you came in, and there's two separate paths. One that leads down with a little bit of like light sources coming in, and one that leads. And what I mean by down is I mean right on the map where those mushrooms are.
Okay, right on the map.
That leads that. Yep, that's leading down like downwards. However, if you look south on the map, like there is another um, hallway there.
All right. I mean, you want to go investigate some shrooms?
It
Check
is
out the shroom room.
up to y'all.
Yeah,
He
that's
did
probably
the
fine.
he
can-
did the shrooms. He did the shrooms.
I can see further in the easternmost ramp. Is there something physically blocking, or is it like curving off? I think it's curving off.
Where?
Never mind. The south
I'm looking at
hallway, I
what you're
think,
looking.
is
Yeah, yep.
curving off.
There is a. Yeah, it's just a curving. Yep.
So at this point where I'm at right here, I can see that there's two guards there, or
You see them.
two bodies. I would stop Gray before he gets to me. Yeah, probably there.
Okay.
Probably wherever
Hold
you
on,
were.
guys. Before we continue, I'm gonna do a quick bio break. I know I'm always the one that needs it, but like I'll be right back.
Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
If any, yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go too then. I might as well.
I wanted to commit saying Backstreet's back, all right, but then realized that was too much.
All right, spellers.
Yes. I don't know if Acer's back yet or not.
Yeah, I think he's still doing a bio.
Cool.
Oh, I think he just said he's back.
And now
Oh,
I'm
cool.
back
Awesome.
from outer space.
All right. Yeah. Y'all choose where to go. So Acer, you get to where you are and out of the corner of your eye, you kind of like catch a little bit of a glimpse of light far into the distance, and you see a couple of people talking.
I'll stop Gray and immediately relay that to the rest, to everybody.
Okay.
Okay, which direction are they? In the mushroom room?
No, in the southwest.
Oh, they're down that way. Oh, okay, cool. Well, then I'll just like freeze.
What do you want us to get? Should we continue in, or are they paying attention to you, Acer?
Well, I don't hear any alarms, so I don't think that they've seen me specifically yet, but I wonder, like, I can see their light source, so I'm assuming they would be able to see ours, but it also looks like these mushrooms glow, so I don't know if that's intended or not. So, like, if they are expecting light source because of the mushrooms, it's probably not as big a deal, but if they're not, then we probably need to dampen that light source a bit.
Sounds good.
I don't know how that would work, though, because it only sheds light in however small a feet.
Well, even if he dampens it to the 5-foot thing, if he does that and then like throws his cloak over it, he can make it almost pitch black.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
I have an idea. I'd like to sneak to. Well, I probably wouldn't be able to see much, but about right in this area, if you can see my mouse.
Yes.
I'd like to move slowly to get there and get a lay of that environment and then bring it back. What do you guys think?
I love it.
Roll for sneaky sneak.
If I'm doing that slowly, would I have any benefits associated with that?
I think the slowly comes from the sneaky sneak. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Fair enough. Bumpy's going to take the shut the fuck up action.
Sounds like it's a great action to take.
It's difficult for a dwarf because they breathe so loud.
But hey, that is very true. All right, Acer. You move to us wherever you would normally be moving. Is that as far as you go?
Yeah, that's about as far as I would go.
Okay. So you can tell that this room. So there's a couple of things. You can tell that in the room, like you can see a bed in the room right there where I'm kind of like my cursor is. So you can see one bed and hear voices of people talking. Um, and it's multiple voices of people. As you've been moving, you've seen different people move in different directions and shift positions. You've seen about 5 people from where you are right now, total. And then here on the back side of everything, you see a light flickering that I think you can see. Yeah, here you see one more room with a light flickering. But you cannot really tell what's all in that back room from where you are right now.
Okay. I will go relay everything that I've seen back to our little group, and I'll say that there's at least 6 guys in that room, if not more. I only saw 6. I did not get a good lay of, are these guys super heavily armored? They look like the generic nameless NPC thugs that we've been killing this entire time.
Out of the ones that you could see, yes. Yeah, out of the ones that you could see, yes. They're close. The few that you saw actually moving, where they had, uh, like their cloaks had a little bit of like like a couple of like purple lines and stuff. They didn't have any like purple, um, like they didn't have like purple boots or braces or anything. It was just lines on their cloaks, like what, like a little bit like the silhouette of the hood or a little like a shoulder pad, like a little thing on the near the heart or like on the back and stuff. Like that's what you could see.
Okay, yeah, I'll relay all of that.
Okay. So, do we want to leave these guys alone and go check out the mushrooms first, or do you feel nervous leaving these guys at your back?
I feel like it would be better to go ahead and take care of these guys.
Ooh, let's knock them dead.
Would this map make so like where we came in was up here? Is that right?
Yeah, top left there.
It is.
Sorry. Where? Tell me. Where are we?
Just take your time.
No, no, no. I'm good. I'm good. I was just changing a couple, like moving a few things. You were saying where we came from, where we came from.
Yeah, like the entrance to the cave on this map is like up here. Is that right?
Up here, where we fought those 2 guys at the very beginning. So where our characters are, if you follow the map to the left and up, like that's kind of like the entrance of the cave.
Yeah. And so then all the way down there at the bottom is just not part of the cave, or it's just like an addendum that should be ignored?
Which addendum?
Like down here. Can you see where my mouse is?
I can't. I think I can't see your mouse, but it's because it's a massive map. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see that. I see it now. Yeah, that wouldn't be there. Let me cut that off because you remember like we came in with some rocks. Like I was talking
Yeah.
about how the maps were a little bit different. So let me block that off a little bit as to where. There we go. Because you could still come around, you just couldn't like all the way around.
I got you. Yeah, I think we take care of these guys first, and then go check out the mushroom area.
I love it, man. Let's do it.
So, man, I just had this idea as a player. I want to do it. So
Hey,
how
good
about
news.
we put right? How about we put on the outfits of the guys with the shoulder pads and the little wings and everything? I would make it seem like we're getting attacked so that they follow us, but maybe they think that we're with them, and then we can just ambush them on the way out so nobody hears them.
You know what? I love it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Sweet. Who wants to disguise himself?
Well, I've already got mine from before, so I'll just put that one on. Unless they looked vastly
Okay.
different, then I would just use one of the new ones.
No, they don't.
Like
Okay.
we still like me and we both dressed up when we were, trying to rescue Leosin.
Yes, we did, but we had the cloaks of like the lowest level cultist.
Okay.
These guys seem to have a little bit of the purple that like kind of separates them to the next tier above.
Oh, so that's what
But
separates them. Sure. Yeah, that's a really smart idea.
yes,
I like that. Yeah, great
and
idea.
then these guys that have like the pauldrons with the wings and all that, we know they are even like a step above the regular purple, if that makes sense. Which is something we said like 3 weeks ago, so I don't expect y'all to like remember all of it because it's been so long, right?
Mm.
But we do know it's so you have your regular cloaks with purple, then the wings and spiky shoulder pads and everything, and then above that is the same like the wings with the armor pads, but then like they get more and more purple as they go up.
I have another idea. What if we just, one of us, say someone with a really high charisma, walks in and says, "Hey, the dumbass kobolds forgot some boxes out front. Can y'all send a few guys and come help us get that?" Do you think that'd be better? Because then they're not ready for a fight, and when the ambush happens, they're even more unaware.
A good point. How do you feel, Bumpy?
If you want to do it the other way, we could do it the other way. I don't want to like steamroll
No,
your
that's okay.
suggestions.
So my dumbass is loud and not charismatic, so I'm gonna hide behind this here rock.
I was gonna say, I think we would ambush them as far away from the cave so that the noises don't like echo, right?
Okay.
So like back
How do
where
we feel
we
about that?
attack those other
We're
two?
back where we killed the first two guys, basically. How does that look?
That sounds good to me.
Awesome. So, hint, hint, wink, wink. You have high charisma, so you're gonna role play that part.
Yeah.
Bumpy, you and Gray both roll stealth.
Okay.
And you can have advantage on it. So roll again.
Okay, so advantage and disadvantage would cancel, so I would just roll normal. Got you.
Yeah, but I'm saying we have advantage because if you're preparing
Yep.
if you're preparing an ambush, you have enough time to make sure you're fucking hidden before you do the ambush, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, just roll one more d20. Yep, perfect.
There you go.
Now, Acer, you know where they are because you'd be the test dummy, right? Like you'd be the one like, hey, can you see us? And then you'd be like, yes or no.
Okay. Then yeah, I would check and see and let you know, and you guys can adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
Sounds like you would roll with super advantage.
Like, well,
No.
best of 8.
Yeah.
The best of it.
Yeah.
Let's add another box. Bumpy, I can see your head.
There you
Put
go.
another box on top of it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Anyways,
about that.
Acer, it is your turn, sir.
I will have my special dragon pauldron wing cloak on, and I will walk. If I can control my character correctly, like kind of down here.
Okay.
What do I see from this area? Because I'm still a little bit out of the light.
You see exactly what you see. Like the. So you see this guy, this guy, this guy, and I think there's one more guy that you would see. This guy right here. You see those 4 guys
Okay.
from where you are.
Then
They all have, like I said, the cloaks with the like little trims of purple, or a little patch of purple, or a little like shoulder thing of purple. The guy here in the corner, he just has uh, like a helmet, and he seems to have a spear like on his back.
nice. Okay. So I would basically just kind of casually walk in and say something similar to what I did before, like, "Hey, the Damascus
So
kobolds."
what would you say? You say it, my
No,
friend.
see, that's the thing is I'm not very charismatic, nor am I smart.
Right,
But Acer
right. But the
is.
problem is, right. But if you say, I would say something along the lines of, then I get to choose what you say,
Uh, yeah.
which could be,
But
you
like
know,
I'm not actually having, my real life player self. It's not actually having to swing swords and kill them. My
yeah.
character
So
self
what do
would
you say?
know the perfect thing to say in this situation.
Would he though?
He
He's
would.
19, man. There's a lot of 19-year-olds
He's
out there that are
so goddamn
very shitty.
charismatic though.
Is he
He's
though?
he's like Justin Bieber in his prime.
Oh, the beaver.
Like your charisma can be very high, and and you be like dislikable, like
Really?
Well, I don't
yeah.
want to say the wrong thing as a player that my character wouldn't have said, because the player version of me is stupid, but the character version of me is very smart. Does that make sense?
So absolutely. What do you say?
Well, like, okay, remember the what was it? The
Oh,
church.
the ambush at the church. Oh yeah,
I
it was great.
No, because
You did so well in it.
the player of Acer is a dumbass, but Acer is not necessarily
No.
a dumbass.
Oh my god.
All right,
You played that
well,
really
we'll do it. I'll just kind of casually walk in, like
okay.
I don't even have a sword on or anything.
Okay.
Or I guess I would have my longsword and shield, but they'd be like on my back,
Okay. Mhm.
where they've been this whole time. So I'll just casually walk in and I'll drop that line like, hey, there's a few more chests out front that the dumbass kobolds didn't pick up. Can I get a couple of you guys to come help me move those back so that, hold on, what was her name? Because I would know the name because I
Frulum.
overheard it. What was it?
Frulum.
Yeah. I'll say before
Yeah.
Frulum, before, Frulum jumps down my throat about it, she's kind of in a mood right now.
Cool. Roll for persuasion with advantage. That was really good.
Adjusted 21.
Awesome. From where you are, you do see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in this room, and out of the 7, the one closest to you say, "Oh, those good for nothing kobolds. How many of us do you need? How many boxes are out there? It's
I'll
frustrating."
I'll look like I'm doing like a quick calculation in my head, and I'll be like, there's actually, a few. So just everybody in this room, it'll make this trip a single trip thing, and we'll be done with it.
That's okay. Yeah, we can all help. Let's go, boys. Come on. Okay. And they start following you.
Okay. While I was right here, so I can see a little bit into this right here. Is there anything that I can pick up from where I'm currently standing on this
From where
area?
you're currently standing on that area, it looks very very polished and neat.
Okay.
It's
I
as
would
much as you can tell
assume
from where you are.
that these guys have some sort of light source that they're fine. Like,
If they're breaking, yeah.
yeah, okay. Because I'm a half elf, and there's all kinds in this place, so I wouldn't have brought a torch if I didn't need to.
Yep.
Which
Oh, but
is
they're following you.
all right. Let's do it. And if you if you can line yourselves up in easiest to kill versus hardest, that'd be great.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be great.
So
Very helpful.
in the meantime, me and Gray are hanging out in the back, right?
Yep.
So like, have you ever like, as someone is walking around a cylinder, you're walking around at the same rate of speed so that you remain hidden to them, regardless how far they move?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So as this group moves around, I'm gonna try to move myself like around the bowl of this. Well, no, it's not a tree. Around this thing so that I can attack them from behind, the last guy that passes.
Ooh.
Does that make sense?
So
So
yeah,
kind of moving in
absolutely makes
unison with
perfect
him.
sense. Yep,
Okay.
that makes sense. Uh, hey, if you right click on your character, do you have the little items that come like the little toggles that come out right next to you? Is there one that has looks like a person with a hood when you right click on your character by any chance?
Negative. I've got one.
Negative.
I've got one that says assign special effect, and then I've
Okay,
got a
no, I was.
target, and then I have toggle
mm,
combat state.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, because I can make you invisible, but I think that would just make it tougher for you to look at your character.
Gotcha.
Like I think if I make your character invisible myself, like if I do this, you stop seeing your character.
Yeah, that's stinky.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Sorry, that's all I wanted to look at.
Oh yeah, no worries, bro.
So I would have been like not so super close to them, but I would have been maybe 2 or 3 steps ahead.
Now, when you say steps, do you mean 10 feet ahead, like squares?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would have been like 10 feet leading them.
Right.
Okay,
So
cool.
what I would like to do is while they're walking behind me, I'll be using my action to summon my greatsword in my hand, but I'm trying to think. It's like that, very stereotypical heroic knight pose or whatever, where they've got like both their hands on their greatsword and their arms at a right angle, and the sword is like directly down their body, like parallel with it.
Like when they have it like in front of them, kind of.
Yeah, like I would be doing that, but trying to kind of conceal it with my body so that they don't know that I
How
have
tall are
this.
you?
Probably average half elf. Let me look it up. 5 to 6 feet. A great sword is 50 to 72 inches, which is
So it's between
4
5
to
and 6 feet.
6 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just wait then.
Okay. Now, if you want to summon like a long sword or a short sword, like that would make more sense in my head. But like a great sword,
Well, I've got a long sword on my back, and you can draw and stow a weapon as the attack, or draw or stow.
no,
So
it's because you're trying to conceal it, right? Like I feel like you could conceal a long sword much easier than a great sword. Am I wrong on that? Like, Bumpy, like, am I crazy on that?
And what, bro?
So Wes wants to like hold his great sword like in front of him so that he's kind of like concealing it from the people behind it, but he has it in his hands.
That's gonna be a little tough.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
well, because it's about as tall as I am, and if I'm holding
Mm-hmm.
it kind of in my midsection, then it's definitely going to be protruding out further than my body would
Right,
conceal.
Well,
That's
right, and so
that's fine.
okay, and that's the reason why I was saying like I think with a great sword itself, it's a little bit tough.
In that case, then I'll just be right in front of them, like
Okay,
directly in front, not 2 or 3 squares in front.
okay,
okay. I'm gonna to help him back up his lie, I'm gonna cast my minor illusion cantrip. And
ooh,
let's see, 30 feet to my left directly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. I'm gonna put a crate just spilling over with I don't know, something that's important but cheap.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
It is there, absolutely.
yeah. Let me think. Yeah, we'll do a crate with like food stuff, so it'll look like there's
Ooh.
something they actually have to go get. How about alcohol? Yeah, that's what it'll be.
Ooh,
Crate full of
okay, yeah.
alcohol.
That's more valuable than the gold.
And you know, I mean, to a common soldier, man, I mean, they're all
Right.
about that. So I'm trying to get them excited. That way they'll be, you know, they won't be able to see us coming. But that cantrip will last for a minute. So if it goes out, I'll just recast that same cantrip.
Okay. And uh I'll even let you like you know when it's about to go out, so like you just recast it and it never goes away. It's just continuously there.
Yeah, like slowly
Um,
count, you know, to 50 Mississippi. They don't have Mississippis. 50 water deep, 1 water deep, 2 water deep, 3 water
one
deep.
love it.
Love it. Yeah.
Would it be mithril halls for you? One mithril hall, two mithril
Yeah.
halls, three mithril halls.
1 fucking drow, 2 fucking drow, 3 fucking drow. Fair enough, bro.
Perfect. That was hilarious. Yes, I love it.
I'm trying to think of
All right,
something that
Wes.
comes up with Mississippi, and all my brain keeps thinking is like 1 mining ore, 2 mining ore, 3 mining ore.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know.
there you go. There you go. Cutting
So,
stone. How
Uh,
about that?
yeah,
Yeah,
something that dwarfs would
hey,
to synchronize their swings or something.
I like it.
hey,
Yeah,
I think that like with his hatred for elves, I love the like one fucking drow, like two fucking drow.
yeah,
Like
that's
that's
pretty good.
funny. That was great, man.
I appreciate
Okay,
that.
so they start walking around. So I'm gonna put him up to here, and Wes, you would be like right in front of them. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to move you
Yeah,
there.
no, that's
Perfect,
fine.
right there. Uh, and I'm assuming you want to move at this point since you can see them now, and you wanted to move around. So I'm gonna
That's
let you move
correct.
yourself. I'm just gonna hide Gray, just because it just makes it easier on me to just make him disappear for now.
Okay.
Y'all let me know when y'all are ready to strike, and Gray will do also his strike or everything. So y'all are doing that. Um, they see the crate, and the main guy goes like, "Oh, our booze! Wait!" And then he looks at you and he says, "Can we keep it? It's booze. I
Hey, make
mean,
make bad
and,
decisions.
and
I
that's
love it.
and, yeah, and that's to you, Acer. Like he looks at you
Oh,
directly.
I
He
thought
says,
you were
like,
talking to Bumpy. I was like, okay,
no, no,
yeah.
no, 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 no. So the guy looks at the crate, and because the crate that we're looking at is booze, right? Like there's more crates allegedly, obviously, but like this guy, the one right that I'm highlighting right here, he looks at it and he says like, "Oh my god, that's booze," and he looks at you directly at your eyes and says like, "What if this one just didn't make it? Can we just keep it?"
And I'll say, look, there's like 5 or 6 of them, out there that are filled with similar items, and I don't think that a few missing bottles, is really going to be missed all that much. It's not going to be noticed. So some of those boxes are pretty heavy. Damn it! Hold
Oh,
on.
oh yeah,
Let me. What I'm wanting to say is something like, make sure your hands are empty for the big heavy ones, and we can get this out of here faster. Like if we're quick
okay.
about it, they'll be a lot less likely to notice that some are missing. And we can do
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
with empty hands. But I don't want to like, hey guys, drop all your weapons and leave them here. You won't need them, because that sounds
Hey,
suspicious.
yeah, you said what you told me. That's great. And they're like, no, that makes sense. We will not. We're not gonna like take our weapons with us. No, we'll carry these. Now you point us to these, and then the guy, right, like this third guy, the little one that has like a little spear with him, like on his back. He looks at you and he's like, and he's talking to his buddies, and he's like, I really like this one. Uh, hey, excuse us, Mister Dragonclaw. Uh, what's your name? We would like to have your we would like to be on your uh uh part of your detail more often. This is great.
Um, damn it, the character would remember, but the player doesn't. There was somebody,
Name?
yeah, one of the fighters from the turtle crazy lady, she announced fighters.
Fiona was one of them. I don't think she gave names. I have it in a post-it. Hold on.
If she didn't give names, then maybe I'm just a liar. But I thought she was like, and now we've
Uh,
got this and this.
oh, maybe he did, and I just remember. I just misremember. We'll call them. You know what?
Not
Now,
well. Oh. Hold on. I'll just say my name is Ember.
Ember. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. He's like, all right, guys, y'all need to remember, Ember is the guy to ask about when we get our next shift. This is great.
For
Uh,
just for our own jokes aside, I'm cracking up right now because that's a name that you've used like 3 times.
oh, I know. I know. I was like, you know what? It's okay. It's Ember. I need to refresh my list of names. Okay. So they get to about
Oh, really quick. We would have discussed this as part of the plan, but I would have told the other two that I won't attack until they do. So I will wait for them to like spring the trap, so to speak.
okay. I am moving characters as they will officially be moving, by the way. So whenever y'all are ready, like Bumpy, whenever you're ready to attack, you let me know. Gray knows that like he'll attack at the same time you're attacking.
Okay.
Uh, the the booze and the like the illusion is right here where I put that little square.
Okay.
Uh, so as they move to here, this guy moves here. This guy moves up, and then these guys start moving up a little bit.
Okay. So you see that?
Let me know.
Can you see my cursor around this little red dude?
I can absolutely see that.
I'm finna fuck his shit up.
Go for it. Roll with advantage.
All right, you
Or
got
yeah.
it.
So you run at him and
Yep.
you're gonna fuck him up.
And look, here's what I'm doing. I'm not even using the shield. I'm two-handing battle axe.
Ooh wee.
So
Yes.
yeah, Bumpy's hungry.
I think
So
Gray is
do I
gonna
hit
do
the
the same
versatile
thing.
button if I'm attacking as a? Is that a damage button or is that an attack button?
I think versatile is
Damage for two-handed.
the two-handed. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sweet, bro. I appreciate that. Okay, so yeah, that's an adjusted 22.
Oh, it hits.
Yeah, we're gonna do some versatile damage on that punk. Well,
All right. Um. So let me do Gray real quick, like his attacks, and then we'll go with what
sure,
all
bro.
happened.
You got it.
Oh gosh. Okay. I see. Sweet. Damage. Normal. And we're also gonna go ahead and do sneak attack because that makes sense.
Damn, my dumbass should have used green flame blade. I forgot.
Oh,
My bad.
okay. And so y'all are all walking. So this is what you see, Acer. Like these people are walking and everything, and you tell them, "Hey, there's a couple. Like the rest of the crates are out there." And so the guy who's out here, this guy, he goes to pick up the crate, and like he puts his hands in it and it just goes through it. He's like, "What the hell?" And as he's saying "What the hell" very loudly, uh, you hear two bodies just drop, and the guy who tried to do that, "Hey, what's happening?" And he turns around and he can see people, and so we're gonna like he's going to be like, "Ember, what's two of our guys are dead," and then we're gonna go ahead and roll for initiative.
Awesome.
And there's a combi bat.
So there are a total of 7 I see up there.
Well, there's one that's incorrectly, so I'm trying to remove the
Oh.
ones that are.
No problem, homie.
I swear that
Yeah.
my initiative dice are just completely cursed. I mean, all my dice are cursed, but especially initiative dice.
Oh my. I've never
Okay.
seen a 28 initiative rolled before in my life.
Wow.
I don't know how that happened, so let me double check that the math is correct.
Well, if you have your alert feature,
Yeah. Yeah, it's the alert feature. I did make him to be
Love
fasty
it.
fast. All right.
So you
Cool.
said two bodies hit the floor. Is that correct that they're dead, or is that they're just injured, brother?
Oh no, they're dead.
Oh,
Like
outstanding. I love
the
it.
the one that you hit and the one that Gray hit, they are dead. Dead.
That's lovely.
You and Gray basic. If you want to describe how you killed your guy, you can absolutely do that. Gray just came, picked up that guy like back, and just slit his throat.
Man, I'm gonna split that boy like a banana from top to bottom.
Dude, that is exactly what you do. You do a cultist split.
I love it. Yes, sir.
There's no ice cream, but like that's exactly what you do.
Had a warm, gooey center.
Yes, sir. Um. All right. So then Gray's gonna go first. Let me
When he asks me
figure out.
what happens, I'll be like, "Wait, what the hell? What happened to our booze?"
Love it. Give me 1 second to figure. Individuals as a bonus action, you can make a wisdom insight check against a creature you can see that is incapacitated, contested by the deception. If you succeed, you can use sneak attack against that target, even if you don't have advantage on target. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to look at this bonus action to do insightful fighting. And I'm sorry that it's taking me a little bit of time. I'm just trying to use these features that I created, you know?
Yeah. Have your fun too, man.
All right. So I rolled
I-
13.
It should be a rule that every DM gets to have 4 units of fun every game unselected.
Uh,
Thank you so much.
yeah. Some DMs like to have fun in other ways than other DMs. Like
All right.
some
So
some
Gray's
DMs
gonna.
are their fun is just fucking everybody over and not giving a shit. And I don't
That's
know.
true.
I guess you just
Oh
don't play
man,
with
that's
those
really
people.
sad.
Yeah, I play with them one
Yeah.
time and then never again.
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack that guy. Oh man, rolled so poorly. Yeah. Gray tries to get to him, and he rolls. He doesn't hit well. Um, that's my turn. So we go next. Yeah. All right. Who are you? All right. This guy turns around and is like, "What the?" And he's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3. He's gonna move to
Ooh,
right
attack of
there.
opportunity.
When he moves out of my
Absolutely,
reach, I would have attacked of opportunity.
absolutely. He doesn't know that you're a bad guy, so or
I'm
that you're an
gonna.
opponent. So go for it.
So, can you either of you remind me of the rules? So I have the shield and the longsword on my back, and it says you can draw a weapon as part of the attack. But I'm assuming that does not account for the shield that's on the back as well, right? Like that would be an action to don that.
I think
I'm
that's a
gonna let
DM's
you do
call.
both. I'm gonna let you do both.
Okay.
I I'm assuming that you can, grab both, like grab the sword and unhook your shield in one fluid motion. Uh,
Okay.
so
Then,
I'll definitely do that. If you do want to summon your great sword, you probably can do that too.
well, so it does specifically say that that costs an action. If I could have done that before this official combat started, then I would have.
When is that? Where is that? Hold on 1 second. Sorry, Bumpy. I just want to make sure. Like, I
Hey,
want to
buddy.
read it just because it sounds to me way easier to like summon a weapon in your hand than like unsheathing it. Uh, what's that feat you have,
It's part
please,
of
sir?
the Hexblade subclass. So it is called. Let me find it. Um,
Is
Pact.
it your pact of blade?
Yeah. Pact of the Blade.
You can use your action to create a pack weapon in your empty hand. You can choose the form of the melee mode. You can proficient with it while it perform attack. Your pack weapon disappears if it's more fire fragment of it also disappears if you use this feature again to dismiss or if you die. You can transform one magic weapon. Oh, that seems like such an oversight, but yeah.
Huh?
It seems like such an oversight that like it takes it takes you an action to summon it every time. But yeah, I mean that's what it is. Yeah, you get your longsword and your shield though.
I mean, you could keep it on your person, but I did specifically say for this that I was like empty-handed except for the sword shield.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't make any sense in that way, except that in my mind as my character, there's not really a way to stow a two-handed greatsword on your back if you've got a sword and a shield there already. And I
Yeah.
don't want to ditch the sword and shield yet. So yeah, I'll just do
You
sword.
always have like the great sword and the shield on your back and the long sword on your hip.
Look, if
But
you're gonna
that's
give
neither
this to
here nor
me,
there.
I'll take
I was
that.
just
Because I'd much rather
no no
use the
no.
greatsword.
No. Neither here nor there. Long sword and shield. We're doing that.
Okay. Like if you're gonna give me an inch, I will take the mile.
Oh, I know.
I'm assuming, or I guess I shouldn't assume. Would this be an advantageous strike since he doesn't recognize me as a threat, or would you
Yep.
say that he
Go
wouldn't?
for it.
Okay.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't have expected that. So he's not on guard against you.
Adjusted 24.
Hit.
So 10 damage total.
Man, yeah, he's
Wait a minute. Shouldn't that be using my? Or no. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. That's good.
okay. So he moves up to your reach, and as he's moving out, you pull out your sword and your shield, and you cut deep into his shoulder. It goes from like his shoulder blade on one shoulder all the way to almost his hip. And he just drops onto one knee and turns around and says like, "Why?" He's not dead, but he's on a knee and he cannot move any further.
I would say, you let them take my bows.
I appreciate it. Okay, so hold on. The next guy. Let me double check. Hold on.
I want this
Okay,
to be the equivalent of Darth Vader, like force choking the guy from distance because he failed.
that's really funny. The guy right behind you, he saw you do the attack. He's gonna attack you and yell,
Okay.
"Traitor!" He's gonna try and hit you with his scimitar. Uh,
Ooh, he rolled a question mark.
yeah, I was just doing with I was going with the behind the screens, but he
Yeah,
rolled a 14
that,
against your 18s.
that does not
So he
hit.
tries. So he go ahead.
I was just saying, yeah, that doesn't hit.
Yeah. So he you hear him yell traitor, and you turn around with your shield in hand, and as you're turning around with the shield, he hits the shield, and that's all he does. Next, who are you? Why does it? That's weird. Is there a person there? Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. Acer, I'm gonna move you for a minute.
Yeah, that's fine. Move me, daddy.
Oh, there was a person there. Cool.
Oh, was I standing on top of a person?
Yep. Uh, yeah. I think because I had moved everybody in groups, we all kind of missed it, and that's on me. Oops, sorry. Now I'm moving you. So he was actually he would have been lagging right here next to Bumpy. Is that okay, Bumpy? If I do that because I messed up?
Oh man, that's just the way it's got to roll.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Really quick, Anth, can you see what I just sent to Matthias?
I don't. Oh, am I looking on Discord?
No, on the chat for Foundry.
No, I cannot.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just it's
Like a
question
private
mark.
GM's thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to do that before, and I was checking it. I was trying not to what's the word? Derail us anymore by asking for combat music. So this will be the last time.
Fair enough, buddy.
I think this one may be cooler. Hold on, we're gonna try something else. All right. So this guy's gonna turn around, Bumpy, and try to hit you very quickly. With his spear, because that's what he has. Man, and he grabs his spear and he's like, "That was my buddy," and tries to stick you with it really quickly. And you have your massive axe, and you kind of like raise it up, hollow out your belly, and the spear thrusts and misses you completely.
Oh, thank goodness. Hallelujah.
He's a dwarf that hollowed out his belly. That is impressive.
Hey. So this guy's gonna turn around. 1, 2. He's gonna try and attack Gray because that's what he would do. Skinny scheme. Attack. Go, go, go. He brings his sword around, and Gray just manages to deflect it with his sword. Man, they're rolling really poorly. Like, we're doing really good.
At least their dice are cursed as well. Amen.
Right. Okay, this guy is actually dead, so I'm gonna take him off. Which also means this guy is also dead. So these two guys were the guys we killed at the very beginning, and I had added them to the combat without meaning to. So let
Okay.
me fully take them out. I knew that was gonna happen, so I'm just gonna take them out completely. All right, Bumpy, it is your turn. Thank you all so much for bearing with me.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Actually, I don't have to move to be able to swing at that guy by me. So yeah,
Not at
I
all.
will two-handed swing at Sir Miss-a-Lot.
Sir, miss a lot, and that's funny.
Oh, wah wah wah.
Right, and you grab your axe, and you go to swing it just like you kind of split the first guy,
Mhm.
and he manages to like quickly pull his spear up, and you break the spear in half, and so now he has like half a spear, but you did not hit him.
Okay, I will use my movement to go here. Actually,
Perfect.
there's perfect.
All right. Yeah, that sounds great.
Thank you, sir. And I need to click myself to say that I'm done. There we go.
You're good. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Acer,
sir.
your turn, sir.
I'm measuring.
Yeah.
Measuring. See if there's an optimal thing. Well, I don't know if that really works. I'll just not do that for now.
Okay.
So I'll just finish off the guy that's in front of me.
Okay.
You said he's on a knee. Does that mean that he's like
Take
prone?
advantage. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, take advantage. You're fine. Now, if you don't hit him, like I'll be very like, can you roll them one by one just to see if you would miss it? Like, is that a thing? I know you're gonna roll 3d20s, but just for me.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
just roll. You're good.
I've got inspiration too. So what I'm gonna do is a purple flame blade, and I would like the one to his northwest to be the target of the
Sounds good.
additional.
Yeah, this one right here.
Oh, I don't have myself selected. It's telling me no targets. Sorry. And then I have him selected. All right, should be good to go now. There we go. Hey, look at that! I did roll a 1.
First. But it was your second roll, so you would have rolled a 19 on the a 12 on the first one. That's what I wanted to look at. It's
So he'll take 9 points, and then the one northeast of him will take 4.
all right. How do you want to tell us how you kill this guy on a knee?
I would probably stick my longsword kind of right down his throat as he's looking up at me, like with confusion.
Okay, so you stick your throat like your sword out of his throat, and as it bursts through the front side of his throat, your blade is aiming to the guy like right next to him, and it goes, and it shoots a little flame at him, a purple flame at him.
Purple flame.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So the guy who was very confused about his
Really
about
quick,
the crate
Matthias.
being gone.
I
What's that?
will use my movement actually. I know I'll take a.
Oh, go for it.
I know that I'll take an attack of opportunity doing that, but I'll move
just
to
get
that
one?
round.
Cool. Awesome. Let me select you. So that's an Acer, and then we will trying to be fast, but it's not working out. So I need. Hold on. Let's go. All right. So we're gonna choose you, select Acer, and we do inventories, scimitar, attack, normal. Man, he whiffs. He rolled a 9. So as you move out of his range, he's not expecting you to move and just swings his blade a little bit crazily and just misses completely.
Nice. Would the guy that got a tracheotomy with a longsword still be alive, or is he dead?
No, he's dead.
Okay.
I just hadn't marked him.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. The guy whose turn is going to try and attack Gray with his sword or with his. Why does it say that he has a spear? He has. Thank you, scimitar. Skinny. How smart are they? Hold on 1 second. Intelligence 10. Yeah, it would make sense that they do that. So he's gonna move here. That would only make sense. He hits Gray. So he manages to move around him as Gray is distracted by 2 people and gets hit. Ooh, taking 7 points of damage. Oh, that was
Yikes.
rough.
Well, that's not gray.
Yeah, like that was. No, that is not Gray at all.
Great.
Right.
Well done.
Let's
Sorry.
see. What would Gray do at this point? I think he has a couple of features. I think cunning action, dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action. All right, so Gray's still has the ability to use sneak attack on that first guy, because I succeeded on my roll at the very beginning. So I'm gonna try and hit him with my short sword and deal some damage. Attack. Public.
You have advantage, right?
No.
Isn't
it
that what
doesn't
that
give
thing
me
does?
advantage. It just it lets me use.
Oh, it lets you use sneak
It
attack
lets me-
even if you don't have advantage, right? Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah, that's what it is. So I get to use this one and roll 9 points of damage, and then I get to also use sneak attack, which is kind of what I liked about this subclass. All right, and so the guy that just attacked Gray kind of like cuts deep into his shoulder, and as he's kind of like getting hit, he turns back around and manages to stab the guy through the heart and just like sneak past his defenses. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage, and I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20. Hey, Bumpy. And he's gonna move right here.
Rock on.
All right, and this guy is dead. Who are you? You are dead. Sweet. All right, where do we go next? So that guy's gone. That guy's all right. The cultist that you managed to evade is gonna move right here, and try to strike at you, Acer. Let's see how he does this time. Man, he's running at you with full speed, but you can read him like a book, and you just manage to deflect and parry his attack with like nothing. All right. Oops, need to change. This guard is with his half spear. After you cut his spear in half, is going to try to attack you, Bumpy.
Okie dokie.
Spear. And he tries his hardest, but like with the half spear, he feels a little off balance and tries to stab at you, but he doesn't even do anything. You manage to parry it, like no problems whatsoever.
Good deal.
And then the last cultist, after Gray has moved, decides to go here And we'll attack Acer with a flanking maneuver. Rolling an 18 to hit.
That
Is that your
matches my
AC?
AC.
Yep. Man, he barely hit you. And he's going to deal 5 points of damage. Do you want me to do it or do you got it?
You can go ahead and do it if you want.
All right. I applied the damage. All right. Bumpy.
All right. So this knucklehead with the broken spear, I'm gonna green flame blade. So when I hit green flame blade, it doesn't give me the option for the
Or the
versatile
extra.
damage.
Yeah.
So
You tell me who it goes to and I'll do it.
okay, cool. So I'll hit attack first, normal, on
Mhm.
this guy. Oh, that missed anyway. Never mind.
You have advantage though. No, you have advantage because Acer is
Oh
going to be
yeah.
flanking.
Dadgum, I sure did forget about that. Hey, thank you. Here's the
I got
second
you.
one.
I'll do what I can. If
Okay, so that became a 15.
Oh man, yeah, that guy has like tougher armor. His AC 16.
Okay, cool, man.
So you grab your like you see him like struggling with his weapon, and you manage to kind of like get him like and hit him. And it kind of hits, but it's a very thick part of armor, and like it didn't cause any damage.
Got you, bro.
Now, does the green flame only affects if you hit?
Yeah, it's on a
yeah,
hit, yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
let's see if I can help my buddy out here. I'm gonna
just stay
move
there.
1, 2 like that.
No, don't do that.
No, no, okay, I won't do that. I heard you. Okay, you have been heard, brother. And yeah, that's all. That's it. Sorry.
Awesome.
All right, I'm going to Arms of Hadar at second level, and it'll be right. Oh, hold on. I guess I'll just do double there. Does that work? Arms of Hadar. Okay, so it's a DC 14 Strength saving throw, and it looks like it's going to hit everybody in this little area. That's not bumpy.
Okay.
Yeah, well done, sir. Well done.
All right. Failure from the guy right to north of you in the map. Success from the guy success from this guy, failure from this guy, and last one. Success two. So 2 successes, 1 fail.
Okay, so the 2 successes will only take half damage.
Go for it.
So I'll roll the damage here. So it's 11 points of damage.
All right. So he takes half damage, right? So it would be 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Apply. And then I'll just do the other ones. Uh, this one is 5 also. And this guy dies.
Nice.
Oh, well done, gentlemen. Hey, y'all have really owned this one. Good, well done.
And I'm going to take all the measurements.
Yeah, thank you.
Sweet, got him. All right, that guy's dead. Goes back to Gray. Where is Gray gonna do? I think Gray is just gonna try again to give himself a sneak attack about against the guy right in front of. Oh wait, it's engaged with Bumpy, so I get a sneak attack no matter what. So move up. Try to hit this guy with a short sword. Normal.
Oh, nice. That's perfect.
Well done. Normal. Oh, I made it I made it hidden by mistake. So let me apply the damage. But let me show it reveal to everyone. Okay, so I did 4 damage, and now I'm gonna do my sneak attack.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. Yeah, and Bumpy, as you're swinging your sword and kind of like moving, like trying to open up, get an opening on this guy, Gray kind of like sneaks, like gets next to you and just manages to stab this guy like right through the armpit into the heart,
Nicely
and manages to
done.
kill him with a very sneaky move.
Excellent.
And I move 10 feet. That's 15, 20. And I'm going to try and use my bonus action to attack with my second short sword. And maybe just deal a little bit of damage this way as well. Maybe. Ooh, it connects with a 12. Come on. Big numbers, guys. I rolled an 8, and I'll reveal it to everybody. 8 damage. So he manages to sneak past and like hit this guy under the armpit to the heart. And as the guy like kind of falls, he sneaks once more time and gets his second sword. And as he's kind of like still reeling from the attack from the magic that Azer did, he grabs his sword and just moves it around and just chops the head off of the last guy.
Wow, well done.
Because he only it technically was only 5. I shouldn't have added the +3, but the guy only had 4 health.
Got you, bro.
So
Dun 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 dun.
that's right.
We did
And
it.
that is combat, guys.
All right, nicely done, gentlemen.
Well done.
Should we loot
Very
now, or
well
should we just
done.
wait for next session?
Hey, lady.
I think we need to do next session because I know Anth has a hard stop at 9:30, and I don't want to get like if we go farther, I think we're gonna roll over 9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough, brother.
So I like that's why I'm doing the 6 to 9, so we always have the hard stop right there. But guys, like this was great. Y'all did awesome. Like
Yeah, that was really
role
cool, man.
playing, like combat, role playing, sneaking around. Y'all owned it.
We did good.
So and go ahead.
I was just saying, yeah, we did good.
Yeah, well
Yeah.
done. I got that one guy,
Yeah.
but you guys really took care of those other ones. Well done.
You banana sliced that guy in half.
That was kind of fun.
Oh yes.
I did like banana split. That was fun.
And if y'all always want to describe how y'all attack, like once you know you hit or not, please let me know, and we can always like I can always let y'all explain how you dealt your damage too.
Okay, rock on, bro.
I wish there was something that we could use that would help us describe.
Oh, like the application that you want to create?
Oh, you mean like personal life experience or?
No.
Oh,
No,
I'm just picking
no,
on you, bro.
Wes. No, Wes. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Now, Wes wants to work on a little application that is like you could put what weapon you use, for example,
Yeah.
and it would describe like you'd say, "I use my two-handed sword and I hit," and then it would describe like, "Oh, you take your sword and you do this and this and this to deal damage."
Oh yeah, get a little AI going on there.
Like a little. Yeah. I guess it probably would be immediately obsolete because AI is so much better. Well, hell, if they can
Hey,
steal
maybe we
people's
can
shit,
have-
we can just use AI too.
Hey, we could probably have like a little Python script that just goes and asks Chat GPT and then comes bring it to us.
There it is. See?
That's
Well
the
done.
app. That's the whole
Yeah.
app. And then we're
That's it.
millionaires.
That's right.
Why have millions when you can have thousands?
I agree with that statement, sir.
Sorry, that's my Dr. Evil for the day.
I know that's exactly like it had that whole entire interaction. I was like, that's funny.
Oh yeah. Well, look, well done, gentlemen. I appreciate it, man. I enjoyed playing with you guys today.
Yeah, good games, guys.
Yeah, me too. I hope y'all are still enjoying it. As always, please let me have any feedback if you need to. Souls, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you also enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. And if you ever want to come play, dude, we got you, bro.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
for sure.
We're very martial
Awesome.
heavy if you want to make a caster. But you don't have to.
Oh my god.
We
Or a
always
healer.
could use a healing bitch.
Yeah, either a healer or someone who can throw fireball.
Oh yeah, fireball
Yeah.
thrower would be good.
Absolutely.
That is very true.
All right.
Awesome, guys. Well,
Yep.
we will continue exploring this cave next week at about the same time.
All right. Same bat channel, same bat place.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Awesome, guys.